Hey guys, this is the next lesson in Microsoft Access, and here I'm going to show you two types of queries that we use. This is called where we can actually specify particular types of criteria using numbers and things like that. So I'm going to show you the first two queries that I have here. Here we have a query number one, and this is showing me all the female consultants in the Tuit company that made sales of greater than 8,000 Rand. Okay, so let's have a look at how did we create this query. So I'm going to switch to design view. There it is there. Bring that up there. So let's see, we got all the fields that we need. We've got last name, first name, gender, and Q1 sales, Q1 quarter one, January, February, and March. So let's see. Over here you can see in gender, I've got the word female. This we've covered in a previous video, so you should be comfortable with that. Here you can see I'm using a number and an operator in the criteria. So this is also something that you need to become familiar with. And we're using, you can see that it's in the same row as criteria, so it's in the same row, so it's female and greater than 8,000, and that is what this returns. Let's have a look at the next query. Query number two. This is a sales query, and if I'm looking here, it looks like I've got everybody. Okay, right, there's quite a few criteria going on here, so let's switch to our design view. Actually, let's have a look at that. Yes, I remember doing this. Quite a lot of things going on here. So remote working is yes. So everyone who is a remote worker, true. Or, remember it's or because it's on the next row of our criteria. Or Cape Town. Or even the less than or equal to 3,000 Rand in terms of sales. So here you can see we've got three different kinds of criteria happening. So we have remote workers. We're looking for any remote workers, anyone in Cape Town, or anyone who has earned less than 3,000 Rand. And that's what that entails. And then you can see a use of three different queries altogether. Let's do one more query where we kind of use some and or together. Okay, so here what I'm going to look for is I would like to find all the remote workers in Pretoria who do not have an ID number so that I can follow up. So that's the query. That's the query we're going to create. It's terrible. That's the query we're going to create. I'm going to forget to edit that out. Right, so let's start off with remote workers. Yes, so true. There we go. Great. The sales area we said was Pretoria. Now remember it's in the same row. There we go there. And the ID number must be blank, like there must be no ID number. And here is the coolest phrase that you're going to remember forever. It's is null. No, whoa, just two L's. Is null. Null. It sounds like nil, which means zero, zilch, nada, zip, nothing, kapuch, nothing. Kapuch is not a real word. So a real word. Wow, what's up with my tongue today? Is null. So is empty. No data. Let's check if this works. Here we go. Yes, it works. Remote workers, yes. Pretoria, yes. No ID number. Let's have a look at that again. That is how it's broken down, just like that. How about if I wanted to have everyone that is null, Pretoria, true, but I also wanted to just have everyone else in Pretoria as well? How would I do that? Okay, I would just go to my criteria here and I would just put Pretoria. Oh my word, this caps lock is out to get me. Gotcha. I would put Pretoria like that. So now have a look. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to sort it. Doesn't really matter how we sort it according to the last name. Run. Okay, so now you can see I've still got the remote workers that have no ID, okay, or no ID number. There they are there, plus anybody else who works in Pretoria. I have that as well. So there you go, guys. Get some practice. I'll give you guys an activity to just get through all of this, just these different ways of creating these queries using all kinds of search criteria.